my God. I'm having error. Trying to hook this headphones up. Everything last minute. Of course. What's up, everybody? I've got to have that laugh track going on right now. Oh my God. What's up, everybody? Music Therapy Laz here. Look at that. That's cool, right? Yes, it is Sunday. I managed to get the show off today, which is pretty miraculous, to be honest with you. With everything going on in life around the Music Therapy Laz channel and the Flying Pickle Production Studio here. Trying to get things organized for next week's big Father's Day birthday bonanza extravaganza party that I'm having here on Sunday, on Father's Day. That's right. And I have a few different lighting things going on here, so I don't know if you guys can notice that. Oh, there is Janice. Janice! Okay, Janice, I'll give you a minute to get oriented. I can't hear you yet. Hold on, I'm going to bring you in, okay? But you might want to back away from the camera a little bit, because there you go. That looks really good. Look at that. We got Janice back.
I'm on my phone right now.
This, so that's fine. Not laugh.
And I have to take my things out of it. I got to do my my groceries. I got to take my groceries out.
All right. You want to do that and come back? Oh, we lost you. We lost your vocals. Hold on. You accidentally muted yourself. I'm going to unmute you. It won't let me. You have to do it. You have to unmute yourself.
I did.
Okay, there you go. You're good. Hey, everybody. Janice is back.
The thing is that, it's like, don't do this on WhatsApp.
Yeah, right?
Because
you want to do your groceries and come back? I'll start the show. We'll talk a little bit about that.
The show hasn't started yet?
Oh, it is. We're live right now.
We can do it like this, right?
Yeah, that's good.
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me fine?
I can hear you. You want to do your groceries while we talk?
Yes.
All right, Janice. I think Janice has do you have like a clip-on mic?
I have my my Bluetooth earbuds on.
Oh, awesome. Okay, Bluetooth earbuds. Johnny Beane also in the house. What's up, Johnny Beane?
Hey, what's up? Oh, we're live.
Johnny, we are live. We're live. Okay, is everybody aboard?
Is everybody bored?
A little salty, you know what. Anyway, Johnny, I hope you had your coffee. I've got my second cup going here.
Dude.
Janice is putting away groceries. Oh, you've already gotten 2? Oh my goodness.
Except they didn't give me a straw. This is the kind where the straw goes straight through the top. I can't drink this.
Well, don't you have any straws in the house? You guys don't keep any straws?
No straws.
I always have like extra straws because, girls. My wife likes the ones with the little bendy straw. Anyway. Anyway, the bendy straws. Janice, I don't know if we can do this with your packaging things because it's very noisy.
Let me lower it.
You know what? I'm going to pull you out until you're done doing your groceries, then pop back in, all right? Is that all right?
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, here we go. Thank you, Janice. Janice rocks. We haven't had Janice on the show in a while because she's always busy doing stuff like grocery shopping and things that people do. No, she's usually doing her Twitch, like keyboards, synth stuff, right?
Dude, Janice is freaking crushing it over on Twitch.
Crushing it on Twitch.
I need to be Janice's intern over on Twitch.
There you go. See,
Janice, if you're listening. By the way, Janice thinks I fired her because I stopped saying the intern when I would say her name.
She's the master now.
So,
how does the line go, Johnny? Before you were the master, now I am the something like that. Only a master of evil, Darth.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, the circuit is complete. Anyway, we are here. Matt Stewart's rolling in here. Bay Area Rich is also here. What's up, Bay Area Rich? Rich, we gotta get together, man. Johnny, I'm really, really happy and sad that you're not coming to my party on Sunday, our birthday, because I've already got 24 people coming. That's plenty.
Wait. Are you saying that my birthday is Sunday, is a week from today?
Yes.
I had no
So
idea.
was mine. Yeah. I know.
Clayton James Hicks needed to remind me when my birthday is.
With you,
I seriously, I had no idea my birthday was coming up.
I'm not surprised because with you, there's a show every day. Your life is like a whirlwind of excitement. You know, you're constantly IRL and everywhere. So how could you even know what day it is? It almost doesn't even matter. It's just the next day. Dude,
I was just packing a backpack. I'm constantly, you know, I was getting ready to film. Did you see last night? Bay Area Rich.
I saw
we got the Dano wall.
I didn't get a chance to watch you unbox the whole thing. I saw you unboxing, but I just got back. Look at that thing. That is badass.
I was getting ready to film a video. I was going to do a video. I was getting set up.
Wall, right?
It's a
is
car.
That what that looks like? It's a car. Okay, hold on. Let me zoom you. I gotta zoom you. Gotta get you in the big zoom here. Let me pull this out. That is
Don't pull it out. It's a car. Look at this thing. Yeah, I kind of did a quick demo.
Nice.
Yesterday on my show, which by the way, I sent you a channel ID. Did you play it?
No, I didn't. I should.
It's on Facebook Messenger. Just
okay,
download Facebook Messenger.
Dude, I didn't even
upload it.
Yet.
Upload it to StreamYard.
All right, Janice.
Dude, I do all this stuff on the fly, dude.
I know you do it on the fly, but you still need even minutes of time to do it on the fly, even, which I haven't had. Normally, I put my description together like in 5 minutes or so. Sometimes a little more if I'm putting links in because I'm researching and stuff like for today's show. Today's show. And Janice has got the vocoder on.
Yeah, no, it was somebody from the Dead Ray Train.
That's what I was looking for. My little microphone. There it is. Oh my god! Oh, the wrong one. Oh my god!
I thought Sunday is supposed to be normal. Yeah, and look at this.
No, not too loud.
Today we're gonna be.
I'm in ears right now.
Is this too loud?
You're not even high right now, dude. What's wrong?
I'm in ears.
She's in your ears.
In your earbuds.
You know that song.
By the way, Janice,
Genesis,
you weren't fired. So, and I'm offering to be your intern on Twitch.
Well, you're my moderator on Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you're my super moderator on YouTube.
That's right. I am the super moderator. That's correct.
Johnny Beane is here. Greasy Monkey first, and he wins the first prize.
and there's in Netherlands there's a reggae festival, so that's why I'm able to be here today.
Oh, right on. You don't like reggae, then, I guess.
Well, my person that I watch is at this festival.
No, she said she's listening to another show while she's on here.
No, I'm not.
Last stop.
I was tuning on my.
That's a police version of the Johnny Beane song. All right, now, people, if you're new to this channel, and if you don't know about Johnny Beane, then I'd be shocked because I think most of the people that are here also watch Johnny Beane's show, right? This is the Music is Therapy show. That's right. And we talk about musical therapy related things, how you can use music. Wait for the clapping to stop. How to use music as a form of therapy. There's lots of different ways we use music as a therapy, but I was thinking about, how hard it is for musicians living in this age, in this world of the internet and AI replacing us and all this stuff, which I don't think is really truly going to ever happen. All the concerns, all the stress, all the anxiety, performance anxiety, all these things that cause trouble for human beings, and of course musicians are human. That's why I posted in the thumbnail, right, for the show. Do musicians need therapy? Music therapy? Because they're musicians. Why would they need music therapy? But as you know, no, they don't. All right, Johnny, tell me, why don't you think musicians could use music therapy?
Because for musicians, creating music is therapy.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's the reason why. And you can't be normal to do this. To do any to entertain, like entertainment.
Yeah.
Whether it's music, whether it's podcasting, whether it's doing a stupid show, sorry, Laz. Any of this stuff, you You can't be normal
Yeah,
doing this.
Well, here's where I will disagree with you, Johnny, in a big way. And I'm going to strongly disagree with you because I don't think that you have any more or less stresses in life, doing these kinds of things as anyone else in another job. I've heard from, have you never heard of like performance anxiety? Have you never had performance anxiety?
That's that syndrome.
Yeah, there's that. There's all kinds of problems. Have you never seen, like in the thumbnail, the picture of the the thumbnail is a band fighting? Have you never seen bands fight? Why can't bands stay together? I mean, if they're all so happy doing music together, why aren't they together forever? Kind of, why there are problems that human beings have, even in the music business, of course, and there are a lot of stresses that come with the music business. The road, the life on the road. Why do so many musicians do drugs and stuff like that? A lot of times it's the stress involved in the road. Like what did Eddie Van Halen?
Have you toured?
No, I haven't toured, but I've read.
I have
things, Johnny. And
I have.
You not seen people stress from the road,
dude. I was there.
Yeah, tell us
all the shit you talk about. I actually lived. Okay. I will tell you exactly.
Have you not had stress?
Oh, dude, yes.
Bingo. Okay. Go on though.
I have. So, okay.
And I'll explain why music therapy can't even help you, because music therapy is not just playing music. It is much more than that. And this is where the misunderstanding about how different forms of therapies that are available out there for people to benefit from. Musicians too can benefit from music therapy, believe it or not, even though they're musicians. And that's why I thought this would be a great topic, because I knew someone like you, I didn't think it would be you, but someone like you would probably disagree that, well, we don't need therapy music therapy, because we're musicians. We just play music and that's our therapy.
Well, sort of, yes. Mm-hmm. But the reason why, and it's not just musicians, it's entertainers. It's all entertainment. Mm-hmm. Whether it's creating, it's all creating. Whether it's music, whether like I was just saying, whether it's doing a podcast, doing a show, doing music, building, building right. Stuff, any of that stuff. You can't be normal to do this type of stuff. And what I mean by that is you mentally, you can't be normal. There's something there that makes you, there's a drive there, and you just do it. You have to do it.
Right. Right.
And so you can't have like a normal life. You can't have like a.
I think that there is a normal life. Is there a normal life, Johnny?
You can't.
So this is my question to you, and this is a good direction. See, it's already going in a good direction, because Janice, you can pop in on some opinion on this too.
Okay.
The point is there a normal life? In other words, in today's day, where we're not given a job, we work there through our entire life as a career, like it used to be thought that's what you did. Right.
Like I did.
Like you did, right? And then you get to that end of that career, and then all the work friends and everything you knew, maybe you still keep some of them, maybe they're all gone. You don't have that same, social interaction that you used to that's why a lot of people don't want to retire. Some people actually really tank in their life when it comes to enjoyment, because they have all their friends and everything built around their job or their work. And then suddenly, if that changes, like, let's say, like in your situation with your band, Johnny, I'm sure you had a lot of friends and people, mutual relationships that you had, whichever band that you were in, right? Bands that you were in, if you had to switch a band, or nobody was coming, or whatever, the era changed where that kind of music wasn't popular. You have to switch things up. You got to, even Metallica, tried to switch up their whole look and their sound and everything, because the changes that came along, right? And that can be very stressful in dealing with those kinds of things. And there are therapies that are music therapy, that just like in other kind of behavioral and cognitive therapies that psychologists work with the most, that can help you with those struggles, because they're normal everyday struggles.
That's why they do the drugs.
That's why they
drink.
That's what I was saying.
That's why they do all that stuff. And it's not just because there's a creative side to all that. Remember the Beatles? Remember those guys? They made those records on all kinds of stuff, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's, but that was a whole different era back then. It's
Yeah.
a totally different thing now, especially out here in California.
Mhm.
I was just saying this yesterday, or I don't know. I was somewhere. Maybe I was vlogging. I forget. And
88 notes.
what?
88 notes.
88 notes. That's right.
88 notes.
Oh, I know what it was. I
On
was
the
thinking
piano
to myself, I was walking. I was in Capitola Village yesterday. I was walking to that same cafe that I was at last week. I went there this morning, or yesterday morning, and there's a lot of the houses right there on the beach. They're all rentals. Nobody actually lives in them. It's all rented out all the time.
Yeah,
It's all tourists, visitors. And there was a guy like I was walking, and I smelled cigarette smoke. Very rare. Nobody smokes out here, right? And so I knew that guy wasn't from here because he was smoking, right? And that made me think something. Anyway, smoking.
Yeah.
Smoking, drinking, drugs, all that stuff. It's the reason why, and it's not just musicians, it's entertainers. That's why you get these entertainers. It's like, oh, how come they're not happy? They might have millions of dollars. They're living their dream. They got, mansions, but they're unhappy. Because it doesn't change who you are. It is who you are. And the people that are real, they start out being exactly how they are. Things become, their world, it just, do you know what I'm saying? And
yeah. I'll break it down a little bit more. Like there are these various different stresses, right, that you can find in any.
You know what I'm saying? And and I'll break it down a little bit.
That's right, Johnny. Yeah. So, wait, was that a Wanna Beane?
So
Wednesdays.
one of the stresses is like we were talking about the performance anxiety side of things. They're always having to be perfect up on stage.
Okay, no. But that doesn't
like band interaction, band members, egos. There's a list of things that cause all kinds of trouble and stress, right, in the human.
Well, I mean that can be anywhere. But,
yeah, that's what I was saying.
But within a band, because I've been in many bands.
Janice,
is my microphone on? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, you're talking. Janice
okay.
said something, but I couldn't quite make it out.
I said, this is bad. I can't get a good angle.
Well, move to the middle of the camera shot, and then you're good. There you are.
Hang on.
Much better. That's good. How about this? All right, you're good.
Okay, so let me just say this real quick, and then we'll keep going. As a musician, as a podcaster, as a talk show host, whatever all this is,
whatever you want to call it.
What was that? I stumbled into all this. I didn't mean like everything that I do. The only thing I meant to do was to be in bands and play music, and I'm barely trying to do that right now.
Right.
But all the other stuff, it just happened. This stuff just happens around you, and this is going to sound cheesy, but I mean, this is the show. You put out energy, you put out vibes, things happen around you. It doesn't always happen according to plan. You can't always plan this stuff. But the ones that are true, the ones that really believe in what you're doing, even if you don't know what you're doing, if you just know there's something, you just have to do that. Sometimes you just have to let it happen. And unfortunately, drugs get into it, drinking gets into it, all that stuff, and it doesn't always work out. But if you're, and I don't know if I'm even
keep going. Right. No, you're making some sense. We'll break this down.
Okay, but good. as long as you're true to what you believe, and you're not fake, you can tell the ones that are fake, dude. Especially on Wednesday nights, I can tell you exactly the ones that are fake. I can spot that out, a mile away.
You mean those guys?
Yeah,
those guys.
So anyway, as long as you're true to what you're doing and you're real, let it happen, and good things will happen.
I agree with you 100%.
And just stay busy. And there's stress. Never give up. There's stress.
Right.
You get through it.
There you go.
And
Johnny Beane.
And there it is. Thank you.
There it is. All right. Now we're going to break this down because this is what we do. But Janice, do you want to interject?
Yeah, well,
thoughts on this?
My copyrights and all my songs, most of my songs, I've been since before 1992. Because that's my copyright date on most of my songs, 1992. And here I am still bringing them out in 2025. And you see my post on Facebook, this thing out saying, keep doing your old songs because they're new to some other people.
Right.
There's a post there. There's a post there that says, your songs are brand new to some people, even though they're old to you. So keep doing it.
Right. Right. How many people are there in the world, Johnny Beane? Do you know roughly, Janice?
There's a few.
There's a few, right? There's like 8 billion people in the world. Not even all of them have internet yet. So when some people have said, oh, it's too late to do YouTube. No, it's not, and you can always find a new way. Like, remember that buddy at the elevator, Rick Beato? Remember that guy? That guy, he fell into it by accident too. He did a viral video that was not even meant for the public about his son, who has perfect pitch and can name notes out of like an eight note chord. He can name, okay, sing me now the E flat, and play me E flat major, minor, whatever. I don't know music theory. Even though I took.
Wait a minute, I thought this was a theory show.
It's therapy, Johnny. Therapy.
You just said, oh, I thought this was the music theory labs.
Music theory labs, music therapy labs. So we're gonna go into this a little bit, but even Beato, fell into it, and then it was his friend Rhett Shull, who's actually his intern in his studio, who said, "Dude, you got to do this on."
Okay, let me also say this: that you can fall into stuff, but you don't.
He did it professionally. He got people that helped him figure out how to do it right. He didn't know how to handle a camera. He knew he could talk to people because he was a professor, so he taught music theory and music jazz and all kinds of. He's a genius in that way. He's got a great music program for teaching the Beato method and all that, right? And he's making probably a good deal of money doing that and doing his shows. He does these breakdowns of songs, like what makes this song great. He recently did a Zeppelin one that was really good, I think. But bottom line is that you can find ways to make it interesting, like you have. You can put a lot of energy and money into this if this is what you want to do. As you all know, I probably it's obvious, I play less music now because I started doing YouTube videos, because I'm concentrating more on it, and I want to change that up. I keep talking about it, but that's something I want to change up. I don't have all this gear just to look at it and show it off like I'm somebody or I know something. I just happen to have it, and I love guitars, and I have reasons for why I bought them all. But the bottom line is that, like what you're saying, in this kind of an industry, whether it's being a YouTuber or the internet or the music industry in general, is changing. A lot of people are having to be everything in a band now.
It's not changing. It changed a long time ago.
But it's constantly evolving. You have to keep up with it. Like AI is a big thing now, right? Some people are
going back to what you were saying, that I'm on Twitch tonight at 7:00 Eastern. And I'm going to be on for an hour, and I haven't played music for 2 days, and I don't know what the heck I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to do it.
Right, and it's exciting because it's something new for you too. It's going to be a challenge, and that's a good thing. Sometimes it keeps us going,
So 4:00 today, you put on Twitch, and I'll be on.
All right, I'll check it out because we'll be
4:00,
11:00. Just so you guys all know,
I'll be there because I'm a moderator.
At 11:00. My wife's gonna.
The band hammer will be there, Janice.
The band hammer. I'll be back at it. We're trying to get the place ready for next week's the Big Bonanza birthday, Father's Day party in a week. And between now and then, we decided we're going to change out the floor in the master bedroom. Thank you, John. And that took a lot of work because we have to move everything out of everything and put it all back in and rearranging. Look at Janice, got a bass.
I want to show you how I play my bass.
All right, show us. It's a music therapy. This is all good, right?
It is. Look how I play my bass.
All right.
Hey!
Play it.
I remember that.
Is that mini speaker thing that Johnny
Give me one of these.
Oh my God!
This just turned into a commercial, Les.
Play that bass riff to when the bullet hits the bone song. Bom, 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 bom. That's an easy one.
What is this called?
All right, Janice, thank you.
The Lakato JA05G.
Shameless plug.
As demonstrated by Janice the intern. Live on Twitch tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. And this was not planned.
No, none of this was planned, by the way. This is how it'll go sometimes. All right, thank you, Janice. Thank you, Janice.
You're welcome.
All right. So back to the topic. Because I got 30 minutes left now.
Hey, I feel great right now because I played this. I'm ready to play now at 7 o'clock because I did this. It was good therapy for me.
Awesome. We'll come.
There you go.
We'll
Music therapy. It works.
On at 4 o'clock today.
I'll be better now.
There we go. Right on. Everybody join Janice for some more music therapy at 4 p.m. on Twitch. 4 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yes.
That's going to be 1 p.m.
No. Yes.
7 o'clock Eastern.
7 Eastern. 4 Pacific.
Okay, 4 o'clock for us. So you're giving us our time. Look at that, Janice.
Yes.
All right.
Actually, I live on Netherlands time, so I think I'm going the other way today.
Right on. Tim
what?
Thomas here. Johnny's saying watch something about the caffeine, and the Capitola and the whatnots and the unboxings. So
the caffeine.
Check out Johnny Beane on his show. He was always shouting me out. Johnny's the biggest supporter. I don't understand the people on Wednesday night why they can't just be nice, cool people, but apparently they're not, because that guy Johnny did nothing but support those guys, and he was there for them. And then I guess for whatever reason they didn't have thick enough skin to take a joke once in a while. Jeez. Anyway.
And also the 9 o'clock on Saturday is gone too.
No kidding. Wow.
Last night was the last night.
I have no idea. I don't watch any of these other people's stuff. And
I don't watch it.
I watch the ones I want to watch.
I just had to watch it for just a couple of minutes just to see what was going on.
Yeah, I don't care. Anyway, so let's address now some of these mental issues that I think music therapy can help musicians with. Okay, number one, and we're going to go into this because, Johnny, I know you disagree, but I think you're going to agree in the end. Number one, stress and anxiety. Number one, right? Demanding nature of music careers, including frequent gigs, deadlines, performance pressure, can lead to stress and anxiety. Music therapy can provide tools to manage these emotions, including relaxation techniques and emotional processing. So though you might be able to play music and make you feel good, there are ways to use forms of therapy that are actually certified forms of behavioral and cognitive music therapy, rather than doing the and all that. There's ways to feel good.
I've never even done that.
Without that. No, you didn't have to. You would just sat in the room and got hot. The guy next to you did it all night long. The guy next to you was smoking you out the whole time. Anyway, you didn't even know what happened. But Johnny explained he was telling me what happened and how he felt the next day and that night. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that is exactly what it's like to be high. You were laughing at the stupid guy's jokes all night long. You were really tired.
I'm laughing at your jokes right now too. Wait a minute.
You were really tired and exhausted the next day. You were really hungry and ate a bunch of food, snacks, and
I'm always really hungry.
Really dry. Basically, you were high.
Dude, all that stuff.
But you didn't know. It's okay. It's not your fault. Mike Wood, or as we like to call him in Johnny's show, Mike Woods.
Mike Woods. Let's go to Star Wars. I'm ready.
Let's go to Star Wars. Hey, I invited you guys to Star Wars Disney. No one wanted to go, so I went myself. And there's Johnny Beane on Twitch too. You can check him out there with Janice.
That's Janice on Twitch.
Janice is actually. Look at that. Well, you're a moderator there, so
I'm a moderator over there.
Johnny's a moderator now too. Look at that, taking on responsibilities and stuff on the.
And also, Ian is the moderator. Ian is the moderator.
Ian is on.
Hell yeah!
Ian from Indiana.
57 Carpenter.
There you go. So here's number two. Number two mental health challenges that you can address with music therapy. Self-doubt and low self-esteem. Musicians may struggle with self-doubt, particularly after feedback or criticism, right? Look at Eddie Van Halen was was really upset about how his album with Van Halen 3, right? How that did not go over very well. Even though a lot of people now looking back say that music was great and they should have given it more of a chance on the road, because on the road they sounded good and people were liking it. But for whatever reason, something happened there, and that really messed them up for a while, right?
It was
music therapy can help.
It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier. It was Britney Spears and NSYNC.
There you go.
That was the next biggest thing at the time.
Yep.
Right, Mike Woods?
And the girl bands.
And no, I'm playing Morgan Hill on June 21st.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Check it out. It's going to be Swedish people hanging out, eating cheese and watching music in the sun. Cheese and sun. I don't know. It might not go well, Tommy. That's all I can say. There might be a lot of.
You should come down.
There might be a lot of. I told you why we can't, because it's Ladani's birthday weekend. So there'll be a lot of that going on there, though, because of all the cheese and shit in the sun.
You don't like cheese?
I love cheese, dude. You know I love cheese.
Come on over.
Yeah, I love cheese. Hey, Mike Woods is going down.
Hey, Johnny.
Yes.
Oh, he says
I know why you liked my Instagram post, because it had Van Halen in it.
Yes.
Nice. All right, Van Halen. Look at what I did, Johnny.
Steve Gunner. Hey, what's up, dude?
I know why. And I know why Pfizer Nova Clever didn't like it, because it was all full of her husband.
What?
I didn't quite understand that either. Hold on, I'm gonna turn her mic down because she's so hot on the mic there that
talk louder.
It's like way too. It's like distorting. Okay, speak now.
Janice, what did you say?
I said,
what were you saying?
Pfizer Noah Klepper did not like it because it was full of her husband's songs.
Oh,
it was songs.
That's one of the guys that Janice watches, Clapper, over on Twitch.
Oh yeah, the Clapper guy.
Klepper.
Talking about Klepper. Yeah.
And his wife and I are connected on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
She didn't like that post.
Never heard of it.
She usually likes everything.
What's up, Steve?
Oh wow.
All right, so on to topic number 3, because I got to get through this. All right, what is another thing that music therapy could help with? So in the way that music therapy can help people that have self-doubt and low self-esteem, even in their music and whatnot, is by helping them build self-esteem and identify their strengths and gain more positive self-image. So like you can use Eddie Van Halen again as an example. Edward Van Halen suffered probably because he was, posted up on this big pedestal that he's the greatest, the king of everything, the greatest of all time genius thing. And that's a hard thing to have to live up to every day. Everyone's copying your techniques. Next thing you know, everyone else sounds like you. And now you feel pressure to like take it up a notch. Can I find out something else that I can do that they can't do so I can stay on the top, right? There's that pressure to be at the top and stay on the top. And that can be a lot of pressure. And that's there again, Johnny, with the drinking and the other stuff people do, But there are good therapeutic ways even to use psychoactive drugs like mushrooms and things like that. There are ways through, if you're using some guidance with some people who are trained in how to observe if you're having trouble with it, or does it become an addictive problem, or is it an actual therapy? Because there are ways to use those things. Like people do use drugs to help them heal. And a lot of these medications can be used in a way that are not going to cause problems for you. But it has to be done with the help of a team sometimes of professionals who know and can observe your behavior and how you're handling even like medications. Your doctor has to check in with how it's working, right? And that's tough, because how many people have we lost to drugs and medications even? What's the number one killer out there right now when it comes to medications? Painkillers, because of people having pain from surgeries or whatever, and they become addicted, right? And and there are some painkillers that are very dangerous the way that they work in the body. If you take a little too much or you have something with it that you're not supposed to, it can boom, you're dead. And that's scary. So, understanding how you can use something like music therapy not just playing music, but sometimes listening to certain kinds of music or avoiding certain kinds of music or people around certain things in music, right? How to tune out sometimes is a good thing. Did you know there used to be a jukebox song on the jukeboxes back in the 50s and 60s, Johnny, called 3 Minutes of Silence? Guess what it was? It was 3 minutes of just silence. Because some people just wanted 3 minutes of silence. They didn't want music anymore for
They would spend money for that?
They would. Yes, it's a real thing. Look it up. It's hilarious.
Are you joking?
No, look it up. I'm telling you, look it up.
That has to be
so, you know, music therapy, there's different ways of using therapy that is like something that behavioral and cognitive and music therapists have learned. How to help even musicians deal with these anxieties and stresses and things like that, low self-esteem, self-doubt, etc. So now, number 3, depression and emotional regulation. Okay, now there we're getting to the gist of it, right? Regulating your feelings, your emotions, and how you feel about things. Are you depressed? Are you happy? Or are you sometimes too happy? You know, sometimes that can be bad. Everyone else is like over here, but you're over here, and they're kind of getting annoyed with you being here, but you know, they're all here and they're like, man, this guy's a little out of control. You know, so regulating these things is very important. And music therapy is a wonderful form of self-regulating, right? And knowing what to turn on and off. Like my brother Andrew and my sister Monica, they like heavy metal, like thrash metal kind of music. But why do they like that? Because they're like, they like to get it out. They want to like express their anger into the world through the music. And sometimes it's fun to get it all out, you know. But some people are like, oh my God, you know, that's so angry, that music. I can't take that music, man. I want something like, I want to hear like some yacht rock, you know.
Ew.
I love yacht rock, Johnny. You don't like the music of the like Toto and stuff of the 70s and things
let's try some Eurorack.
I love that kind of stuff, man. I was listening to that a lot, doing all the work around here because it's relaxing. It's just chill. You know, you listen to R&B and stuff, it's like chill. One of my favorite songs, I think it's Earth, Wind, and Fire. That it's a summer song for me. One of the summer songs we talked about last week on this show. I did.
You know what's weird?
Summer songs.
I looked at a few seconds of last week.
Yeah.
Your show last week? I'm wearing the exact same outfit I wore last week.
Did you even change, Johnny Beane?
Same shirt, same everything.
Congratulations, man. You don't even need to change. Well, you know, there are channels
that totally ripped me off.
There are channels that actually didn't rip you off per se. They do realize and have looked into what works on YouTube. And one of the things is to show the same. Oh, that's sailing. Yeah. That's on a piano though, but there you go. Yeah, there you go. And we were talking about like, you know, being
that Martian
on drugs and whatnot, right? Hey, Martian Murray, what's up?
I'm not on drugs. Well, I've never done drugs and nobody believes me, and I don't even believe me.
Well, you know, alcohol's a drug. So is caffeine. It is actually.
Holy crap!
It's actually a drug, believe it or not. If you look at.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you're on drugs, John. Just saying. Anyway,
ooh, yeah.
And Martian Murray says never change, Johnny, and I don't want you ever to change either. I mean, he's not gonna. Why would he change?
I don't even change my clothes.
There you go. But there are shows where you see the people wear the exact same thing, like Keith, who does the 5 Watt World show. That's a really good channel. He does breakdowns of equipment. He's always got like a flannel shirt with the beard, with the purple and the purple background, and you know.
Let me tell you this one thing.
Yes.
Cameraman Kevin always wears black T-shirt.
There you go.
And he has several black T-shirts, but he only wears black T-shirts because when he does his filming of his channel, he sometimes splices two different scenes together, and so when he's wearing the same shirt, no matter what he's splicing together, you know, he's always wearing the same thing. So you never know that what he's wearing is something from 3 weeks ago. A scene 3 weeks ago is from 2 weeks ago. So you know, it's consistency.
Right.
Of wearing the same
Consistency is the
thing.
key. You know, you want to be like Max Headroom. You always the same head, the same thing. And there's something about that I think is I guess attractive to the audience, but at the same time, some people like me want to change it up all the time. I don't want to always be wearing the same thing. Maybe I'm doing
I'm always wearing black.
You know,
I always want to take my clothes off.
Johnny, is it getting hot
Might
in there?
be the drugs.
Is it hot in there? Oh my God.
For some reason, Laz, when I'm at your house, I just want to get naked. I don't know what it is.
I don't know why. I don't know.
Is it hot in here?
It's the vibe over here. It just happens.
It's the odors coming through the floor in the kitchen.
It's the good food. It makes you want to dance and take off your clothes. All right, so depression and
especially next Sunday.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about you next Sunday, right? So the intense focus on music can sometimes lead to neglecting other areas of your life, Johnny Beane. Watch out. Potentially, Janice. Potentially impacting emotional well-being. Music therapy can provide a safe space to explore and process emotions related to the musical journey, right? So balance. Remember that album by Van Halen, Johnny? Balance? You know what that was all about, right? I think they were trying to find balance, the whole idea of finding balance in life, right? And I think at what time in their careers did Alex Van Halen stop drinking? Do you remember? What album?
He's 0812.
0812. Was that before or after Balance?
Before.
Okay.
So
maybe Balance came out of the idea of, hey, I'm straight now and I'm cleaned up and doing better and trying to find balance with his brother in the band. And there's this balancing act that you have to have as a musical group to keep it together too, right? Yeah. Totally found balance in 1995, right?
Really?
Go. Everything's been perfect since then. Yeah, everything. They did the best they could, right? And that's the thing about music therapy. Believe it or not, Johnny, like I keep saying, it's not just the playing of the music. There are other ways of using therapy that's prescribed by a musical therapist. Eddie obviously could play drums to some degree, right? But ever since his brother took over, he wasn't a drummer anymore. I wonder how that made him feel. He might have wanted to play the drums once in a while. I wonder if he ever got up on the kit and played.
Well, they switched.
There you go.
Do you know the original story?
Early on.
Dude, we were there in Culver City.
Talking about
we were there in Culver City. We saw Alex tell all those stories.
Yes, but I'm talking about later in life. I never heard about did Eddie, who I'm sure could play drums.
No, he did.
Did he play? Did he get to play?
Yeah. Actually, you can hear him playing drums on one of the songs on Balance.
There you go. That's a perfect example of this. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So now here's another.
The main thing is not be unbelievable here.
Say it again.
I know. Because you laughed at a joke that I made like 2 minutes earlier. I saw that. But the odor is coming through Laz's floor and me wanting to take my clothes off. Yeah.
No, and the music taking over your life too.
Yeah. So there you go. So here's another part of how music therapy can help you as a musician. All right. So managing physical issues like injuries. Musicians are prone to injuries, especially those involving repetitive movements, Johnny, right? You've ever had like carpal tunnel issues or anything like that?
I think I'm having all that right now, actually.
Yeah. Overuse of, like your ears. You're if you're a mixed professional, you're wearing cans a lot of times. You get a lot of speaker at you all the time.
What?
Yeah, exactly. And it can be tough. So music therapy can help with the pain management and rehabilitation through targeted musical interventions. Okay. I can't go deep into each one of these topics because I can do a show on each one. Then there's rehabilitation.
How come every time I'm at your house, you want to give me a back rub?
Well, when your back's hurting, because I've done martial arts. So Johnny, I'll tell you, I've done martial arts. So when you're doing martial arts, you're not just beating up on each other physically and stuff like that, but your muscles do get sore. And and there's no one else around. So sometimes you take that knuckle like this and you just push it into that part of the muscle that hurts, and just like push in there, and it relieves it's compression, kind of, muscular compression. You get the muscle and the circulation going, and suddenly you feel better, And I know those pressure points and stuff because I studied martial arts to some degree. I'm no expert or nothing, but I've studied martial arts to a degree, and know, like boxers too, they'll you see them getting rubbed down in the corner in between, rounds. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl or whatever. It's not a sexual thing, Johnny. It's just, physical relief of pressure and need to get some muscle, your muscles from tensing up. You got to loosen them up a little bit. That's all. So I was just trying to help you out with that. So anyway.
Gross.
No ulterior motive there whatsoever. Anyway. But yeah, you have rehabilitation. Music can be used to improve motor skills and coordination, which is beneficial for musicians recovering from injuries or surgeries. Like we got our buddy Ryan, the brother or music-in-law to everyone out there in the music community here on YouTube, right? Ryan just had surgery to his knee, I believe, right? So he's having to learn to walk and all this stuff. He's going to have to improve his gait as he's walking, using rhythmic music therapy. This is a real thing nowadays. They actually have therapists that are music therapists go in and help people with, a lot of times, picking a song they like. Like I'd probably want to, like Queen, Another One Bites the Dust. That's a great one. It's got da-da-dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
It's got a good walking rhythm, Da-da-dun, dun.
I thought, no. What about Staying Alive?
That, there you can go. You can go disco if you want. Staying alive, keeping alive, staying alive. Perfect. That's probably the same exact cadence, right? Probably on the same beat, right? Tempo. But music therapy, hey, Ian's in there.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What's up? Yeah.
Play the Magic Beans promo.
Play the Magic Beans. Okay, I'll do that. Hold on. Should we go out on it or should we play it now?
Do you have it?
No, I don't have it.
Thank you, first of all, very much for joining us. But now we've got Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
Hi, hey, how are you?
Is that Johnny Beane?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, it is.
I'm not the real Johnny Beane. I'm not a wanna Beane.
He recognized your voice. That's so cool. Anyway, Johnny and
dude, the first thing he said to me when I saw him on camera, when he was on my show, the first thing he said to me was, "Hey, your voice has changed."
Yeah.
He's like, "Your voice is lower." And then when I saw him, when I walked up to him, when you were hiding in the balcony, he said, "You're not Johnny Beane. You're old."
You're old. All right. Anyway, Janice is on Twitch at 7 tonight. Go check it out. There you go. Shameless.
I'll be there.
All right. So the thing is,
I'll be there.
See, this is the way, Johnny, you probably didn't know this. There are actual therapies through a therapist you can get to help you recover from some injury that you might sustain as a musician even. And you probably don't even know what those particular kinds of therapies could be, but they're out there, right? And a lot of people don't know that they're out there. And these things are starting to become more and more prevalent in the industry and in the health.
Can we talk about musical injuries?
Cheap.
Or do we have to go?
No, I got 3 minutes. Let me go through this real quick. Then we talked about performance anxiety. Then there's addiction and substance abuse. And there's relationships with music, right? Exploring your relationship with music, addressing any negative or unhelpful patterns that may be affecting your, as a musician, well-being, right? Then there's the power of music, self-expression, emotional regulation, improved communication, right? In essence, music therapy offers a holistic approach to a well-being for musicians, addressing the physical, emotional, and psychological challenges they as musicians may face, ultimately supporting their ability to thrive in their musical journey. Rock hard rock. Right? And so these are all ways that as a professional musician, if you have any of these issues, which probably all of us have at some point in our life, right? You can actually ask for, through your healthcare organization, whatever it is, Kaiser or Sutter Health or wherever you might be. Walgreens, out in front of the L&L, liquor store on the corner. No. Anyway.
The bartender.
Some people get it, people would go to the bartender, like talk to a psychologist. It's cheaper, maybe.
Well, look at Marvin Murray.
Right?
I used to go to this bar in San Francisco, Ian. This friend of mine, hey, this is musical. This friend of mine, he's an excellent guitar player. What?
Yes, nothing.
Okay, I've got this friend of mine. You guys can look him up. His name is this is true. His name is Mark Holzinger. He's like a gypsy jazz guitarist.
Oh, very cool.
He's incredible. Mm-hmm. He's incredible. He actually used to jam with Skolnick years ago. Anyway, I used to go see Mark. His band would play in San Francisco, and the bartender, she used to give me free beers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story.
Okay, and that was helping you how?
Well, she was cute.
And then you married her. No, I'm kidding.
This was years ago.
That's why she was getting you drinks for free. She was luring you in like that, Anyway. All right, but basically, the show, what I wanted to talk about is that don't think because you're a musician that you can't actually benefit from music therapy yourself, because there are different forms of therapy you can get. That's not just playing your music or playing your instrument. Sometimes actually breaking away from your instrument and doing something else is a good thing. I was building a Lego set the other day. You want to see it? And that was very therapeutic. Hold on. Gotta pull that off, otherwise it's gonna yank off my head.
Let me guess. Like it's Star Wars.
Yes.
Mike Woods, watch.
Here it comes. It was a present from my brother John, like 2 Christmases ago. And he has one, and I finally put mine together after 2 years of having it. Okay, in the chat, who can name that Star Wars character? Who knows that Star Wars character? Johnny. I'm going to cover the name here. You need a close-up on it? There we go.
Mike Woods would know that guy's name. Yeah, it's something like... it
wasn't in the first 3 movies.
It's like Hugo or... It's Harry.
No, but it does end with a Y.
What is that guy's name? Martian. It's Murray. Is that Murray? Can't see it.
Can't see it. Hold on.
Rex. It's like Harry or Hugo or something. That guy. Cody. It's Cody.
There you go, Cody.
Commander Cody.
Good job. There you go.
And they all look the same underneath.
Kind of. Yeah, they're all clones. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're clones of who?
They're clones of what?
Who is the one?
You mean
that goes
Boba Fett?
Hans? Boba Fett is actually one of the clones. He's a special clone made by the original Mandalorian. He was a Mandalorian.
Well, they said all stormtroopers are clones.
That's right. So that means all stormtroopers are Mandalorians.
Right?
At least the stormtroopers that were the clones during the Clone Wars. No, not Rex. Yeah, Commander Cody. So, but the point is that sometimes, you're hanging out with the wife, watching TV, and we're watching a movie, but she's actually on her phone, doom scrolling, and I'm like, well, we're not watching the movie anyway. I might as well build a Lego thing. So I started doing the Lego thing, and it's a very therapeutic thing. It took me 2 days, 2 nights, like watching movies with her. And
what movies were you watching?
I don't even remember. We were probably Sunday nights or something. We're watching like something. She likes zombie and scary movies and stuff. We actually watched 28 Weeks Later last night because it's available on Tubi for free.
It took you 28 weeks to watch it?
28 weeks, yeah. Do you know that series? 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. If you like zombie movies, that's one of the best ones. 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later, and they're going to be coming out with a new one this July, and I think it's either 28 months later or 28 years later. Something like that. Anyway, so we like
It's been 28 seconds since you said that.
Yeah, and she was going to knock on the door 3 minutes ago, and she hasn't yet, so I'm waiting until she knocks. Yeah, it's gonna happen soon. But music therapy should include the following pedals. There you go. So everyone's got their. Yeah, I agree with the GE7. Definitely, you want to have some form of equalization in there, right? Very useful pedal there. But
I like the big muff.
I like the big muff too. Yeah. Phase 90. What about the Phase 90, John? TS9 2 Screamer.
I have one right back here. Man.
You got all of those back there.
I like the flanger on your floor too.
Yeah. Thank you for letting me have that, Johnny. Thank you. It's my birthday present, right? Anyway.
I'm gonna have to come over Sunday, I guess. And
I'm sure you're gonna have to come over. If you do want to come over Sunday, you are invited. So if you happen to pop in on us, that's fine. You can pop in. Dwight Bailey, always here. He rocks. Dwight.
When you live 2 hours away, it's kind of difficult to do a pop-in.
Well, if you're in the area, I know sometimes you do rehearsals in Oakland or something like that.
Tuesday.
Okay. So Tuesday. On Tuesday.
I'll stop by Tuesday.
Dwight says hello, Johnny Beane.
Hello, Dwight. Hello, Newman.
Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Miss Doubtfire.
Name that.
Miss Doubtfire.
All right. Yes, I love that. You nailed it. So I hope you guys learned a little something today. I will have to write the description because I didn't put any links or anything in there. I did want to. There is another something in here that I thought maybe you guys could benefit from. Let me. This is about bands and bands fighting and all that kind of stuff, right? That is something that you see happening even on live stage.
Number one, don't date anybody in your band.
That happens too often. My sister does it every time.
All my bands got destroyed because there were other members that were involved. And that's what destroyed the bands.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
yep.
Here are some of the 6 main causes why bands fight. We'll maybe do this next week. Okay. These are the 6
Why not
main
now?
causes. Not because I don't have time. Creative differences, right? Differences in commitment levels. Happy-go-lucky members versus the very ambitious ones, right? Money issues, big one. Egos, another big one. Band domination. And then I added substance abuse and lifestyle choices like family and marriage issues, right?
And wanted to play yacht rock.
We can talk about that. Exactly. We could talk about that. As a matter of fact, I'm meeting up with this dude I met at Guitar Center next Tuesday after my birthday. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be getting together with him, and we're going to start working on some yacht rock stuff because, we live in a wine town, Johnny, and yacht rock goes good with wine. That's all I'm saying. And so we already have a list, but it's not really yacht rock. So, for example,
is there going to be a big dog on drums?
That could be cool. We could still go as the Flying Carpets, Or what is it? The Flying
Carpets?
There we go. That would be named.
It was the walking carpets.
The walking carpets. Yeah, that's a Star Wars thing. Some of you may know. Anyway, the walking carpets. But no, actually, it's probably going to be a mix of 70s and 80s rock kind of stuff. Maybe some of them will be like sailing songs, like Crisscross or whatever. Some of them will be stuff like
Jump
all night long.
To where I always heard it could be.
That's not quite the lyric, but yes. That's the melody. You nailed the melody. Yeah, sailing takes me away
to where I've always heard it could be.
Yeah. Is that how? Maybe I'm wrong. It's not something that ever happens, right? All right. Oh, yes, it was Commander Cody. Yeah, Commander Cody. Yes, Commander Cody. There he is. So I built that.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that I got the melody.
You did.
That's the most important thing.
Maybe you even got the words because, I'm not a singer, so I don't really learn the lyrics. Typically, I learn the melodies. There we go. So you were right indeed, my friend. Yeah. So Steve Gunner, Talking Gear, and we'll do that on Thursday next week. Promise not to cancel. Ian traded his MXR full bore metal for a Big Muff Pie. Good trade. Best trade ever, indeed. One's a lot bigger than the other, though. That's right. All right, you guys. So that's the show. I appreciate my wife letting me go a little long here on the show. That is what she said. And we will see you guys on Johnny's show later tonight. Are you doing a show? Are you going to do something?
No, but no? Janice is.
Janice is. Go check out Janice. Check out Janice on her show on Twitch, right?
7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Put the link in
right.
there.
It's right there. There it is. There it is.
There it is, you guys.
I'll be there. I mean, I'll be in the chat.
Moderating.
Banning people.
Banning. The ban hammer's coming down. That's right.
Nice. Thank you.
And then I'll try to catch it if I can. I'll be doing stuff. We're trying to
get
reorganized and whatnot. Lots to do still. We were actually going to go on a hike today, but we canceled that, and we canceled last night's event that we were going to go to because we just have too much to do. And it was 1 week away from summertime party time, right? So until next week, you guys, thank you for joining us here. There's 17 people in the chat. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Music is Therapy show. You know, reach out to your care professionals out there, healthcare. If you feel any of those needs that you have needs for some kind of therapy, it's a much better form of therapy in some ways. It's not going to completely replace, but you can find music therapy that can be better than some drugs. You know, people take drugs for pain. People take medications for all kinds of other issues. And one of the reasons why it's becoming popular is that it's got almost zero side effects that are bad, right? So that's one good thing. And the relief that patients are getting from some of these therapies,
hi Peggy,
mixed with other therapies.
Hi Dale at the end.
Yeah, Dale at the end. Peggy, you made it, Peggy. The not just that there's no side effects, but the fact that you can benefit from these things with like relief from pain of up like 20% pain relief or more, without it costing the hospitals hundreds of dollars of intravenous, like if you're going to go into a surgery, using some music therapy before the surgery can be very bad.
That dollar sign thing.
The dollar sign thing. Blackjack at the door. Max, you're late, but it's all right.
With it all the time.
Hit the thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Like automatic.
Dale's
I love
here.
that.
And it's great having Janice back in the show. Thank you, Janice.
I'll try to make it more often.
The co-hostess with the Most-est, Janice Lalla. Johnny Beane's ready to hit the club.
Gonna make it rain.
Like that. All right, man. See you guys next week. We'll talk about the negatives of being in a band and how you can overcome that through music therapy, right? And other forms of therapy to overcome some of those issues. Being in a band, being on the road.
If you want to be successful in a band, be the drummer, have a roadie.
Be the drummer and have a roadie, yeah. Because how many bands are we talking about, John? Because
and be in all the bands.
Be in all the bands, because if you're a drummer, there's going to be a lot of bands that are going to want.
But you got to be a good drummer. You have to be amazing. You can't just suck. Yeah. No. Trust me, I've been in bands.
And if you're one of the other members, if you're one of the other members, even if you're married, your drummer is going to go after your girl. It's just going to happen, just so you know. That's the other part of what drummers do in the band. All right, until next time, you guys, thanks for joining. It was fun. Johnny, did you change your mind now? Do you agree that there might be forms of therapy that even a musician could use after
I don't remember.
Did you learn anything?
I'm too busy counting my money.
You gotta exchange those for Benjamins, Johnny. All right, you guys, thanks for coming. Hey, hit the rewind on this. Watch the rest of the show. All that's good for my whatever they call it, algorithm. And get the algorithm working for me. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, share. We're up to like 914 subscribers at this point. If we keep adding another 10 or 20,
913,
guys, yeah. Well, there's always going to be one dropping out. Last I looked, it was 914. if you guys share this, sign up some friends onto this, then I can grow this channel, and we got to hit that 1,000 by end of year. I quit. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to threaten.
873.
My wife's going to make me quit. No.
873 only.
I'm kidding. But no, we're going to give away 2 guitars when we hit 1,000. So you guys want to sign people up to that. And I think we're going to start working on one of those 2 guitars. I want to get one of those guitars and start working on it, because you know how slow I am with this stuff, right, Johnny? It might take till the end of the year to get the guitar done and ready to actually give it away.
Dude, I made you a channel ID last night. You never even played it.
I haven't even had time to look at it. I didn't even have time to do a description for the show today. So this is how things are. My wife's running joke on me is like, oh, I don't have time. And it's because I do too much. I do too much. There's too much that I do. I have to find balance, Johnny. Balance in my life. Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
I think you should watch your own show.
I do. This is why I do this show. I learn more about myself during this show than I teach other people, I think, to be honest. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. So the actual amp or the pedal? Because I got one of the pedals. And it's pretty damn good, too. It's probably one of the best sounding pedals, but I got to tell you, the EVH distortion one beats them all. It really is the better one. I gotta say, I did a video. Probably not the best miking.
Did we ever see it?
Yeah, you were probably in it, I think. The bottom line is, I think you might have even been here. I think we did it here. Bottom line is we put all of them, pitted them all against each other, and the EVH 5150 overdrive, the MXR pedal, beat them all. It had the best sound. Yeah, overall sound. Had a lot to do with the little switch on there. That's a noise gate. Definitely helped. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming again. I guess we'll see you guys next time, and we'll end on this, Johnny.
Really quickly, let me just. Can I get your word on this?
Oh yeah.
The Walking on the Moon flanger. What's the story behind this?
Well, I don't know what they call. What do they call it? A flanger? I thought.
Yeah,
it was
it says flanger.
Johnny Beane with Andy Summers.
I would have called it a chorus pedal. I didn't even know that.
You would have called it a chorus pedal.
That's done with.
All right, until next time.
Based out of New York.
Until next time, you guys. Thank you for joining. And yeah, Holly told me I got to do more guitars in my background, but because it's facing this way right now, I got guitars here, I got guitars there, I got amps here, and I got EVH back here instead of just a curtain. Is it better? Tell me, Holly. Tell me in the comments. And in the comments,
better before. It was better before.
I like it this way. You liked it better when it was like this, right? Oh, there's a light right
There's
there.
more stuff over there. Yeah. You need to have the camera on your side, over on your left.
Like this? Then I got to get rid of this light thing.
There you go. There it is.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. All right, until next time, you guys. Then the lights get interfered with. Anyway, we'll figure that all out. But there you go. How's that? That angle. Got the Flying Pickle 5150 in the back.
Thanks, Dale.
Right on. Cool. All right, you guys. So thanks again for coming. You all rock. Thanks, sweetie, for letting me go. Good 17 minutes long here. And then until next time, be good or be good at it. Or that could happen. Be good or be good at it.
Gosh.
And I know. I hit the wrong button. I meant to hit this one. And then until next time, rock on. Right, John?
Rock on.
Rock on. Keep playing. Keep rocking. Just do it.